him reach for him right there and pick him.
And good morning to everyone out there in Miami Dolphins land. I hope you're having a great day. If you're like Justin and I, you're a little bit tired from the late night last night watching the first round of the draft, which the Dolphins did not participate in. They never made any move up, and they are standing pat so far at picks 51 and 84. We will see if they make any moves today. Today, if history serves as an example, there will be a lot of moves up and down the board today by various teams. Already hearing reports that teams are calling the Pittsburgh Steelers to move up to that first pick in the second round. And a lot of people are thinking this the teams that want a quarterback, whether it's Hooker or Levis, remains to be seen. Whoever they rank higher there, some rumors of that happening. But with no further ado, I'm going to bring in Justin. And Justin, thank you. I know it's a long night for you. Not only after the draft, you had a little plumbing mishap in your house, and after the draft, so it's a late night, but you still joined us, so I'm happy. Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we're playing flood restoration over here at 4:00 in the morning after a clogged toilet downstairs in the basement. Woke up, put my feet down, and it was in water. I was like, "Oh my God, what's going on?"
So I know. Hey, that's the joys of house ownership. That's just one of the things that come with it. So, Anthony, good morning, by the way, Mr. Anthony.
I like
the Dolphins are trading up for Michael Mayer, the most tight end in this draft. He can receive Emma, and he is the perfect fit for our scheme, Robin. So, what do you think, Justin?
Yeah, he's a great fit for our scheme, an absolute gem for the scheme, because he can block at the point of attack. The thing is, I don't want to trade up for him, though. I'm not trading up. Like I already said it. I'm not trading up for anybody besides who the Bills already traded up for, which is, I'm telling you right now, dude, me and you were talking during the draft. I got a bad feeling about this one, you guys. I feel Dalton Kincaid's going to come back to bite us in our ass.
What's their tight end? They already have that kills us every year anyway.
Dalton or Dawson Knox.
And that's Dawson, kills us. Yeah, he kills us all the time.
It's going to be a nice fit with him and Kincaid, bro. It's scary to think about, honestly. Like, how are you going to cover that? I know the Dolphins fans will come up with a million different excuses. Like you already told me, they reached for him. That's great. That's not a reach, bro. That's somebody going after exactly what they wanted because they know what he can do. It's a weapon, and they're going to use it as such. So, that's the one that surprised me. Then out of the most that surprised me was the one pick I like, which I was like, damn, that's going to be a good pick for them, is the Ravens picking that Zay Flowers. Now you pair Zay Flowers with OBJ, and Lamar Jackson signed his deal.
No. They're going to – I mean, the AFC is no joke. The AFC East is brutal. But then you got the Ravens, you got the Bengals, you got the Chiefs, of course, and then the Chargers are really every team's improving. It's not going to, and I believe the Broncos are going to be a better team this year under Peyton. Then so it's going to be a tough hole to get to.
Rough sledding in the AFC.
We just want to get to the playoffs and wins, and the AFC is brutal. I would almost wish we could petition for the Dolphins to move over to the NFC for this year.
I wish.
Yeah, it is brutal journey. And then before we get into some of the picks that you want for the Dolphins remaining on the board, I want to give flowers or kudos to you and to Mr. Anthony on another. Anthony, you nailed the Mozzie Smith going at the end of the first round. You were saying someone was going to have to trade up into the first round to get Mozzie Smith, and lo and behold, it turned out to be
true. You were right. His stock rose.
Yeah, really, and Justin, I asked you to name one quarterback that may surprisingly fall, and you said Levis, and you wouldn't even be surprised that he fell all the way out of the first round. So there you go. I give kudos when it's due. Both of you guys nailed that, and you guys both deserve a little praise for getting it right. But yes, Anthony, I agree. Michael Mayer, is a really good pick, but like Justin was saying, I just don't feel too comfortable. We already got limited access as it is. So trading up those limited picks that we have is really asking for a lot. So
I was gonna say, I know everybody's infatuated. I mean, literally possessed with this tight end position, and you guys wanting to add to it. The add-on piece was the one that Buffalo got. But if you somehow, some way, you come up on the clock at pick 51 and Mayer or Washington's on the board, as you see right there, look, he can block, he can run block, he can pass block, great contact balance, tenacity. He's a dog. He's a straight dog out there on the field. His speed and his feet, man, you might as well move those things up to an 8 because at the combine it looked a little different. On game film, maybe he looks a little slower, but he's probably going to get, better at the next level. He's going to get into an NFL training program. He's going to be able to work on his feet work on his placement of his feet, where he's aligning up, all that stuff. It's going to make him even better than he is now.
Yep, I agree. But I know you are always a little lower on tight end, not so much the position itself, but just for the simple fact that
I think it takes
Sports Network. Thank you. Yeah, Darnell is a best fit for Miami. So, but I do believe he's probably going to come off the board, but you never know. I mean, it's that's a great thing about the draft. Pro Football Network had a mock to us today because they did an updated mock draft. And they have us take
I actually think he is a great fit for the Dolphins. I really do. And the reason why, I'll explain. I'll try to keep it short, not long-winded. But the reason why I think he's a great fit for the Dolphins is because we already don't have a right tackle. Your left tackle's playing basically on one knee and one shoulder, one arm, whatever you want to call it. Someone like Washington helps bring you some blocking dimension to those edges. Whether you move him in motion, put him to the left or to the right, or even into the middle, it doesn't matter. He's going to help bring a blocking prowess out there and, just a nasty streak to him that he finishes his blocks.
Oh, no, I know. You won't have to worry about Austin Jackson. I mean, if Austin Jackson's out there, you can cover him up.
You can cover up your tackle's deficiencies with another extra tackle like Washington out on the field. In fact, he reminds me of everybody probably remember this name. He actually beat us for, a touchdown versus Green Bay. Is what's his name again? I have to skip my mind. An older tight end who, what is his name? Mercedes Lewis. That's what it was. He reminds me of Mercedes Lewis as he can block. He's like an extra tackle out there, but he's got underrated athletic ability. Like he can catch touchdowns. He can catch the football. The Mayer kid's the same kind of thing. Like he can get open, and if you turn around and he's there and it's in his catch radius, he's going to catch it.
Yeah, unfortunately, there might be, or I have a bad feeling. I was joking on one of the message boards today with some fellow Dolphin fans that my gut says there might be a run on some of this stuff, but my gut's out of shape, so I could be wrong. But I'm afraid it might be a run on tight ends in the part of somewhere in the second round before.
I think it's going to start right off the second round, bro. I think the first pick off the board after Levis, someone will trade up probably, and then it's going to be Michael Mayer, Washington.
Yeah, I don't see Michael Mayer falling. Washington, I hope outside odds he might fall, but
maybe.
Yeah, I know I wouldn't gamble on. But
I got a question for everybody right now. If pick 51 comes up, what's your preference if these two players are left on the board? Or actually, I'll even give you 3. Michael Mayer. I'll give you 4. Mayer, Washington, Matt Bergeron, or Steve Olivia. Who are you picking?
Oh man, that I would be in heaven tonight if the Dolphins get in the clock and all those, because you can't go wrong. And the one thing
either one of the 4, yeah, like you said, like those are good picks right there.
My one hesitation is me, I like following Barry Jackson, and Barry Jackson was saying, please, Miami, do not take an offensive lineman because you have a horrible history in the second and third rounds picking offensive linemen, because Greer, it was kind of an undershade shot at Greer, saying that,
honestly, dude, I'll be honest with you. I'm pretty surprised right now because when the first tackle came off the board, and I think it was in the top 10, I was like, oh, here comes the run on tackles. Here comes the run on tackles. But it didn't happen. And they only have 1, 2, 3, 4 tackles came off the board. 4. Right. I mean, how many more do you think left are going to happen before we go to our pick at 51? Like right now they're at pick It'll be 32.
Yeah, I'm afraid Bergeron's moving up draft boards quick.
He's going to get drafted before we get to him.
Yeah, I agree. But I will agree in that case, though, I still will go with Washington because I think he kills two birds with one stone, improves your tight end room, and helps the offensive line next to Jackson. Okay, you can make your pick. Who do
Yeah,
you
if
think of that? I know you.
if it came down to it and Bergeron's on the board at pick 51,
Yeah.
and you got still, like I said, Levia, Mayer, and Washington, I leave the two tight ends and I get one of the linemen. In fact, I probably take Bergeron because that's my target.
Oh
Yeah,
no,
I
I
would
like
take
Bertrand. Don't get me wrong. I wouldn't be upset either way. And good morning, G Man. Welcome, welcome. Yeah,
G-Man in the house.
I know, G Man. You're not a big fan of the draft, but is how you build a good team, and it goes to the future. But hey, I hope you. Is it this year or every year you don't really care about the draft, G Man? I've always liked the draft, so I'm just curious. Or is it just this year because the Dolphins don't have a first round pick?
I'm into the draft every year, just like you
Oh,
are,
I
man.
know.
I love the draft.
Yeah, so do I. It's good stuff. Let's see. And Anthony chimes in. The Steelers are going to solidify their offense at the line.
I wouldn't doubt that,
Solidify
not
their
one bit. They
offense
already
at the
picked.
line.
They already picked up a tackle, though, bro. They already got that Anton Harrison.
Yeah. Hey,
What's up,
hey, Chris,
Mountjoy?
that's your buddy.
That's my buddy. Suns up, guns up, fellas. Yeah, Chris, what's up, buddy? Thanks for
Is
joining
he
in.
on the Colorado Longhorns with
Yeah,
you?
he's a coach on the Longhorns. He helps our special teams in the offensive line. He's a great guy, man. Love Chris.
All right, cool stuff. So anyway, back to that. I would lean Washington, but I wouldn't be mad if they took Bergeron if we got lucky and he fell there. I mean,
Well,
John Michael Smith or Vila might be the
sure,
only two. They might be
sure.
the two that's so any of those guys will be okay.
I
But
would be
yes,
okay with that. Yeah, like it's
I'm
rough
hoping that
because
Hooker goes somewhere and Levis because that would take two players off the board. So that'd be good. I hope both of those go somewhere before we pick, so that would push more guys down the board.
I
But yeah,
think they will. I think those
yeah.
will go before we pick. I also see a couple running backs getting ready to come off the board. I think the run on running backs will come somewhere around pick 35, pick 45.
Oh wow, that high? I don't really. That's where I would disagree with my co-host. I think running backs. I don't know if there's anyone that, but you're right. But the two best ones are already off the board. So yes,
Well,
maybe
the two best ones, what all the experts say, those aren't the two
right,
best
yeah.
running
But
backs.
yeah, the two top running backs are off the board. Okay, two are already off the board. So yeah, maybe. But I was thinking, I looked there, and I don't really see great value at running back in the second round compared to like tight end and offensive line right now. And I think you could get good value maybe on your third pick. I mean, our third round pick 84. Maybe we can get a running back at that spot. Someone like the kid out of Pittsburgh or Chase Brown or someone like that may fall to
I
the
think you'll have a chance to get one of the top guys on my board at pick 84. Devon Achane, Tajay Spears. I think Tajay Spears is my target at pick 84. And Eric Gray, both of them I think will have a chance. But then again, let me go back to this and reiterate the same reason why I would take Bergeron over the tight ends if they were on the board. Oh, the Steelers chose Broderick Jones. That's the guy I was thinking about. Excuse me. Yeah, but they already got a tackle. Now they're going to go get another tackle? Because if so, yeah, now they're playing the kind of game I like. But the reason why I would take the tackles over the tight ends is because later in the draft, you can get a tight end in UDFA's 6th round, 7th round. Same thing with the running backs. That's the reason why I would pass on them. There's not a lot of tackles. There's not a lot of guards. There's not a lot of centers. That's why I say take them now and get the other stuff later. No running back.
No, Martina, I think some will go in the second round. I just don't personally rank that maybe that high for a second round value. Justin says yes, running back there will be a run.
I bet you two of them go in the second round, at least two.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. I just don't see,
Zach
to me, if you have the chance between Darnell Washington and one of those running backs that you mentioned, it's Darnell Washington all day.
Yep.
But when I talk more or less for Dolphins when I'm talking, guys, about running backs in the draft. Yes, some running backs will go, and I just don't think the Dolphins are going to take a running back. But like I say, I've been wrong quite often, which is a great segue, admitting I'm wrong, but to say, make sure you like and subscribe to our channel, and thank you for joining. Hey, good morning, Daniel. I agree, man. I agree so far, Daniel, that so far the board, we could have a run on the picks that we think right now are all on the board. It could just fall horribly tonight for us. But right now,
trade back to get a 4th round and then draft Tucker Kraft. all right. But I don't know what everybody's infatuation is with this tight end thing, man. I don't get it. You guys need to explain it to me because there's only one tight end right now, maybe two that I'm like, yeah, I'm down. Let's do that with a high draft choice like that.
And yes, Anthony,
I'm about to Washington.
Yeah, and Anthony, I'm about to drop a link for anyone that wants to come in. And see, that's how I kind of feel, Martina. But I, like I said, at the same time, he makes a good case. So we will see. That's what makes the draft fun. From a Dolphin perspective, I just don't see what guy. Like obviously, like Gibbs was the apple of everyone's eye because you knew Robinson was going to be long gone before. So people thought Gibbs, but once he came off the board so early, I just think that
I knew it.
Now you're looking at tight end in round 2 for the Dolphins. I'm talking about in general, but I know you like some, but you admit you got a long running back list, so there's a good chance at 84 or even in the lower picks because you like the Valladay kid a lot, way before anyone else, and they're saying he might be an undrafted free agent, so that's someone that could be there in the 7th for you, So
if he's an undrafted free in that range, and you're going to even pick in the 6th or 7th round, honestly, dude, I would leave him there, and the reason why I'd leave him there is because I'd get on the phone. I'd call him and be like, listen, after this whole draft is settled, I want you to come to Miami and sign an undrafted free agent contract with us. I'd be on the phone.
If he's there in the 7th, you take him. You got at that pick. Who are you going to get? If you got a guy you really like and you can get him, why not get him right there?
I want to stack my offensive line, bro.
I know, but you could get those guys on the line because you don't want to lose a guy you really like. That if you could draft in the 7th, and then because then you're getting a bidding war, you could look at the Dolphins roster and see another team's roster and say, I'm gonna have a better chance to go be on the active roster on that team.
Possibly. So, right now I'm sure like some of those guys that they're like trying to put in their back pockets for UDFAs. I'm sure they've already had this conversation with these players and like, hey, things don't work out. Don't worry. We're going to be right there on the phone after the draft to sign you to an undrafted free agent deal. So I'm sure those conversations.
Oh, I know they do. They're on the clock. They can't officially sign, of course, until the draft is over because one of them could get drafted, which happens all the time.
Yeah. So I'll give you 3 running backs right now that'll go in the 2nd round.
Mark. All right, and then I'm going to bring Anthony in. But go.
I think it'll be Zach Charbonnet, Kenny McIntosh, and an outside chance of Devon Achane going in this next round. So 2 to 3.
Hey guys, what's up?
Hey,
what's up?
Hey,
honestly, I think that flowers, for me, Anthony.
The Steelers are going to draft all offensive linemen. That's their weakness, to be honest. I think they're going Broderick Jones, Matthew Bergeron, and Steve Avila. Steve Avila is perfect for what they run. They're a power gap.
Every lineman we want.
Yeah, no, I understand, but Avila is a perfect fit for their scheme because they run a power gap.
He could fit anything, bro. We talked about this for months now. When you brought that up the first time, I was like, dog, he could fit wherever. Every draft.
What? Wait a minute. Justin,
I doesn't ever see what he's going to say, but who are we're talking about? Avila still?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I understand. He runs. He fits in a traditional zone scheme. I don't think he has the athleticism to do outside zone. That's what we run.
I disagree, bro. I disagree wholeheartedly.
I'm just saying. I think honestly, think they have that's their weakness. I think the Steelers draft all offensive linemen the first 2 rounds.
Yeah, they could use a receiver, bro.
Honestly, I'm saying we're trading up for Michael
Pickett.
Mayer. The Dolphins are getting Michael Mayer, to be honest.
You really think so? What would you be willing to trade up and move up to get him? Because I don't think he's falling to 51. So what would
I would trade up with the Steelers, to be honest.
I'd trade up nothing.
Huh?
I would trade up
all the way up to trading up all the way to the first pick of the second is going to be steep.
No. Their second pick. Pick.
Okay.
You've got
40. They're 45, right?
Yeah. Okay. So do you think he fall? Okay. Yeah. If he falls in that range, maybe you won't have to give up too much to go.
Yeah, we would only have to give up a 4th round pick, a future 4th round pick with our 2nd round pick and stuff like that. Yeah, honestly, I'm surprised Jack Campbell got picked that high. That shocked me.
I'm not. When he got picked there, I was like, I knew it.
That's a Dan Campbell pick, you think?
Yeah. That's a Dan Campbell pick. And so was the first one, I bet, too.
Jahmyr Gibbs seems like a little bit of a reach, though. A little bit. Because where he was projected, based on where he was projected.
Okay. Oh, man. Why do you want to pigeon yourself into one position like that is beyond me. The GMs ain't going to do that. They're going to have their board straight spread across the thing and look at every player that's available.
No, I understand what you're saying, but when you look at where...
I don't want a tight end, you guys. I really don't. I don't care if it's Mayer. I don't care if it's Washington. I don't want a tight end, bro. We get a tight end.
What do you want?
I want Matthew Bergeron.
You know the Steelers are going to... Knowing the Steelers, they're going to draft all offensive linemen, though.
Yeah, that's what I want, bro. And I'll be honest. Let me say this, too, right now. This is surprising to me. You guys might have some analogy on this. I'm very surprised right now that DeJuan Jones from Ohio State is still on the board. I'm surprised. And if that guy keeps falling right there, and if someone does take Bergeron, I'm totally okay with getting DeJuan Jones.
DeJuan Jones ends up with the Titans.
Maybe. You also said that we were trading up to get Mozzie Smith, dog. That didn't happen.
Yeah. Hey, but Mozzie Smith did go in the first round. I got to give Anthony credit.
That honestly, for me,
but you're right.
I'm pissed about that.
Yeah,
the Cowboys just pissed me off about that pick.
Bills trading up for Kincaid. As soon as the Bills got Kincaid, I was like,
yeah.
That pick made no sense. That pick made no sense to me. They have Dawson Knox on their roster.
You can pair him with Dawson Knox, bro. It's going to be a combination. We can't even stop tight ends here. Dawson Knox kills us. What do you think Dalton Kincaid's going to do to us?
The Steelers' offense.
Yeah, head and shoulders above the Dolphins. They value the offensive position. Well, I agree. They value the offensive line.
There's smart waters in Pennsylvania because the Eagles' front office is very smart too.
Look at their draft, bro. They're like the Philadelphia Bulldogs now. They got all the Georgia defense over there.
I know.
Dude, they look good.
Next thing you know, they draft is Christopher Smith a Bulldog?
I wouldn't. Yeah, he's a Georgia Bulldog. I could see that happening on this next draft round. Yeah, bro. They're stacked.
Is there a shocking? For me, the Will McDonald pick was shocking to me. That's a Jets pick.
Me. Yep, most shocking pick for me was the Dalton Kincaid trade up, and when I seen that, I was like, oh, "No way!" So yeah, that
Will McDonald seemed like a reach.
No,
this is the Jets we're talking about. This is the Jets we're talking about. So
I do believe Will McDonald. I was surprised with Will McDonald too. So
scary defense, bro.
Is there by chance? Is there a fourth or is there a pick that you think that's projected in the fourth or fifth round that you can see
we have
being
3
drafted?
tight ends on the roster right now. Why do we need one? Tell me why we need a tight end, bro. Seriously, explain to me why we need a tight end. Why? The only tight end we need, the Bills got him. Damn.
Jets panic.
So. Yeah. Because they wanted Broderick Jones. That's why they panicked. They got Will McDonald because they panicked because the Steelers traded up to get Broderick Jones.
See, look right there. G-Man's smart. Man, G-Man, you're my dog. The Bills have 2 great tight ends now. Better hope David Long stays healthy. Bro, he's not going to stay healthy, just like Teron Armstead's not going to stay healthy.
What is your opinion on drafting Overshown now?
Come on, we want positive energy today, Justin.
I know,
come on. It's a Friday. It's a Fins football Friday. Let's be a little bit.
So, Justin, what are your thoughts on draft? Would it be a reach drafting Overshown at number 51?
Yeah, that's a reach for
sure. A little bit or a lot? Where do you have him ranked?
I have him ranked at a 94, but he's my second best outside linebacker. So, yeah, it's not too bad.
No, I thought a lot of people have him as an inside. You're the first person I've seen put him as an outside.
I don't mean to interrupt you, bro, but this is the second dude come in here with this tight end crap. To help Austin, that's why we need a tight end. We have 3 of them, bro.
That's Ender. That's another guy. Everyone's tight. Everyone's dumb.
Tight ends in the league. So what do you, man, dude? Well, and first of all, what the hell is this to help Austin? you know what? Screw Austin. If you can't play right tackle on your own and be a man and over there and hold your position, you don't need to start anyway.
Well, I agree with you that.
And don't forget where apparently
that's bullshit, Ender.
Cameron Fleming is apparently signing.
Yeah, bro, that's exactly what I'm saying then, dude. Maybe not get rid of him, but stop getting all these damn injured players, bro. Go get people who are healthy and ready to go. We need young men down on the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, no, and for me, Greer should stay away from drafting offensive linemen. The guy can't scout or
you can't.
The guy can't draft or scout.
Linemen.
Well, it's what you have to do. But he has, like Barry Jackson tweeted out today, man. He's awful. He has a history. You know, sometimes at this pick, the Dolphins need to have.
He lucked out. He lucked out with Lermy Tunsil. Let's just be honest. He lucked out. If that bong mask didn't happen, we wouldn't have drafted Lermy Tunsil. Let's be honest. Justin,
I'm disappointed in you guys, bro. I really am. I'm disappointed in you guys. So you think a tight end is going to solve all our problems?
No. For me, I don't want tight end. I want Michael Mayer, but I don't think he can be there. So honestly,
neither of them are going to be there.
For me, I think we're going to draft I'm surprising everybody. I think we might draft a corner.
I could see that. See what he just said right there is something I agree with, because that's the Dolphins' MO, and we need a tackle. We need a guard.
Because we always have a bad luck with the defensive backfield.
It's true.
Getting injuries and stuff like that. So I think we either.
Well, Riley Moss is that. Well, I know you have him high, but how about the kid out of the University of Miami?
Tyreek Stevenson. Yeah, baby, bring me some of that. I'll take it.
These are the two guys I'm looking at: Antonio Johnson.
That's a safety.
And Julius Brents.
Johnson safety.
Yeah, and Julius Brents from Kansas State.
I like Brents, but I think he needs a little bit of work.
We're a zone scheme. I think he fits our scheme though. Right? You think?
We play more than just zone. We play some press. We play a lot of everything with Fangio back there. He'll do a lot of everything. See, that's what I have Brents rated at as an 84 overall. Like pretty good speed, good feet.
I've
noticed recognition needs work. His hands need work, and his ball tracking needs work. And like he plays.
Hey guys, zone, I got a quick comment.
He's better.
Another guy. I know some people are surprised Levisville. You're not, of course, Justin. You were on that. But how about like Trenton Simpson? Where do you think he goes today? Not for a Dolphin need per se, but where do you say he goes today? Because some people are surprised he's falling down boards.
That's my 4th rated outside linebacker. I could see him going somewhere in the 2 to 4 range. I'll narrow it down. I'd say 3rd round.
Okay, there you go.
Hey, Justin, can you explain why most people have Trenton Simpson and Overshown as inside and not outside linebackers? You're the first person I've seen that has them as outside linebackers.
I think they think that they can play a little bit of both, and they have done it in college. Both of them have played a little bit of inside.
No, they purely have them ranked as just inside linebackers. They don't have the outside linebacker.
I don't know. Maybe that's just the way that they view them, but I view them strictly as outside linebackers. That's why I have them in that range.
Like coverage?
Yeah.
Coverage guys?
Outside. Yeah, absolutely. Off the ball. Got to get a starter at 51. All these tackles left are projects.
Jean-Michael Schmitz.
Get guard, Avilia, Torrance, or Smith.
Yeah, all three of those. Good names,
Martina. I'm not a fan of the Torrance kid at all, but
from the Gators.
Or Schmitz, yeah, I'm down with
you think Torrance is more of what I'm describing, the pure power gap. Basically.
I think he's got some issues, bro. I think he's got the getting caught reaching in the cookie jar. I think he's got some leverage issues. I think there's some technique problems that need.
There's a term that people say he looks like Tarzan but plays like Jane.
Yeah, he's a jag. That's what you call a jag.
Yeah, that is a good old line. I've heard that line many years following the draft.
As far as him saying everyone is like, you need a starter at a pick 51. I don't agree with that either. At pick 51, there's really not going to be a lot of starters available. The starters basically would come, well, maybe. Second round, you can get lucky and get some starters, but the first round.
If you can't drop the guard that can beat out Eichenberg, you're in trouble. You should be able to find a guard that can at least beat out Eichenberg, you would think, right?
And honestly, with Antonio Johnson, he can start right away because, to be honest, a lot of people say that a lot of our fan base are saying that a guy like Brandon Jones is limited in coverage and he's more of a box safety, so we would need to draft another safety.
I agree with that, but you also need to remember they have a safety that I know they like that's already on the roster that no one's talking about.
Verone McKinley?
Verone McKinley, exactly. So they're not in desperate need of any of these positions that we're talking about. Same with the tight end, same with the running back. But we all know where the holes are on this on the Dolphins team.
Unless it's true where the trade with Dalvin Cook.
I'm going to give you guys both a timeout for 1 minute. Guys, make sure you like and subscribe. We got some new people in here today commenting for the first time. So please like and subscribe. We're having fun talking Dolphins, but we had a first-time commenter in Martina. So we're going to play a little bit of a Miami Dolphins song. That's our tradition every time.
And I got a question.
Don't get copyrighted. Don't get copyrighted.
So anyway, guys, remember, we try to keep this PG here. So I love your guys' debates, but and so far you've been PG-13. I may go up to, but let's keep it nice at PG-13. No rated R stuff, and you guys can go at it on your debates. This is
for everybody that's listening right now. Rob, Anthony. Right now, this is fun. I'm having a blast. What is the biggest hole on the Miami Dolphins team, in your guys' opinion, right now? What's the biggest hole on our team?
Oh, offensive line. I agree. Offensive line.
Anthony?
Honestly, for me, it's still linebacker because I can't trust David Long to stay healthy.
It's offensive line. Everybody in the comments, what is it too? Like, come on, dude. We all know the holes here, so why are we avoiding the issue? That's what I'm getting at.
Hey, he chimed in if the general manager is the biggest weak spot. So, hey, you can always figure
but knowing
that's good.
Knowing Greer, he might allow a guy like Fangio to take the first two picks.
You never know. You might be right with that. You could be correct. There's defensive players available.
Yeah, because when I look at the last two drafts, besides a couple of picks, most of them were offense. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Besides Jalen Phillips and Javon Holland, the rest were offensive players and stuff like that. So I think this one draft, since we have Fangio, he might let him draft a pass rusher and a defensive and pass rusher and safety or something like that. What?
You know what? It's funny you saying this because I was thinking the same thing last night. I was like, watch the Dolphins go out there and go maybe a couple players defensively when we know we need offensive line. A player that keeps coming to mind for me as far as that position goes, especially the safety one goes, somebody I think would fit real nice in our scheme and be a Fangio and a fan favorite would be Sidney Brown out of Illinois. If we did make that pick and he failed to pick 51, I wouldn't doubt us picking someone like that at all.
For me, the guy I see us picking, he's available at 51, if it's a pass rusher, Adebawari.
I love, Adebawari is great, bro. Yeah, love Adebawari, bro. The 3-tech out of Northwestern's who he's talking about. He's awesome. I rated him 100 on my SRS scorecard. He's good, bro.
See, for me, with Eichenberg, I wanna bring up Eichenberg and Jackson. To be honest, our fan base needs to be patient with these guys because not everybody's gonna be Tristan Wirfs right out of the gate. It takes offensive linemen. Justin, you agree with me? You've done scouting before. You've scouted. Am I correct? The offensive line usually takes a couple of years.
That helps everyone. So if you bring in competition for them, that will help that on that front. So
I understand what your guys are saying, but if we bring in a veteran, like Cameron Fleming, that pushes a guy. I think Austin Jackson would do well as a guard than a tackle, to be honest.
I think
having him between
tackle, but
with having him on the outside, having him in a phone booth, I think would be a lot better for him because he doesn't have to worry about the movement, the going across the face.
The thing about that is, though, then you're losing all the stuff you're supposed to be getting out of him, which is his athletic ability. That's why he's supposed to be a tackle.
And he's a left tackle naturally. So I think, honestly, once Teron Armstead's contract is done, which I read somewhere where we can get out of his contract after 3 years.
Yeah, meaning next year.
Yeah. So if that happens, we can move Austin back to his natural position at left tackle.
I'll be honest with you, man. Like, I know I'm in agreement with you is that we got to give these guys some time, but time is running slim, my friend. Time is of the essence.
Yeah, we're in a win now mode, and we don't have
right now. It's like the fourth quarter. You're down by to score, 2-minute warning left, and I'll give Austin Jackson literally I'll give you 2 games, 3 games.
No, because he's going into his fourth season.
See, Justin, you're realistic. What I can't stand is these Dolphins fans that say give Tua specifically the time to develop, but they're not giving the same leeway to the offensive line, the two young guys on our offensive line and stuff that.
I'll give him a second chance.
No, that's what I'm saying. You're being realistic.
Yeah, no,
I can't.
It's the year you have to agree, Anthony. I mean, this is going to this fourth.
Yeah, I agree. This is the year, but when we first drafted them, and they were in their second years, these people were saying throw them out. They're bust already.
Right.
Austin and
I agree
and
Liam. I agree with Anthony, dude. Dolphins fans do that so fast. We give up too quickly on some of these guys. We did it to Billy Turner, and Billy Turner turned into a damn good offensive lineman. Honestly.
I know.
So he's actually out
a good a great backup.
Like, here's the deal, dude. The offensive line is our biggest issue here, and I understand everybody's concern about, hey, we're not getting good value. We're not going to get a starter out of pick 51 by the tackles or any of the offensive linemen that are left on the board. Okay, all right, that's fine. But what is the hesitation then of bringing in some of these veterans then to help shore up this offensive line? There's veterans.
Well, I don't think there's a hesitation. I think they're waiting until after the draft, see how the board falls, what they do, because they would have brought them in. They have to give them upfront money, and then they draft the guy they love in the 51. Right. They're like, oh my God, now we don't need him. So
that's I think
Braden Daniels.
That's a great problem to have. You said Brandon Daniels.
Braden Daniels from
out of Utah. Yeah, I love him. He can play guard. He can play tackle. He's my second-rated guard on the board. If that dude comes along in the 3rd, 4th round and you need to trade into it, I'm all about trading into the 3rd, 4th round.
You know what? I think the reason why people are obsessed with the tight end position, Justin, is because they don't really – I understand you don't want to draft it, but I can understand the obsession because they don't really – a guy like Durham Smythe is basically – in their eyes, they feel Durham is more of a backup. So is Sherbert, and Tanner Connor needs a lot of development and stuff like that. So I think that's why they want to get a tight end who's already could be a day one starter. That's why, for me, the only tight end I'm going to draft, I'm staying away from Darnell Washington. To be honest, he needs too much development for me. He's an elite blocker, but the other stuff he needs development. Michael Mayer is the only guy I would draft. To be honest, because he's pro ready.
I'm a little higher than on Darnell Washington and both of you. Now,
are you surprised that Mayer fell this?
Yeah, no, I'm surprised Mayer fell this far. So I didn't really watch him as much because I had no.
Honestly, I am. But
I figured he was going to be a first round pick, but he'd probably go right at the top of the second round after some of the quarterbacks run. So
he's not the only tight end I would draft at this point. Like, that's why I'm saying I know everyone's on this Washington and Mayer thing right now, but you got to understand
Tucker Kraft
that there's value later. There's even guys other than Tucker Kraft, Josh Wiley, Zach Kuntz, Payne Durham, Sammy Laporta, the Schoonmaker kid. The Schoonmaker. Yeah, Schoonmaker.
And Britton Strange kid out of Penn State is rising up boards too.
Then you got the UDFA guys that I've mentioned numerous times. The North Dakota State kid is going to be a damn good tight end in this league. His name is.
Hey, by chance, where do you have Will Mallory graded?
I have him graded somewhere in the upper 80s. I think it's like an 88. He puts up together some decent decent numbers, had a good combine, but I think he's more of a combine warrior guy. I don't know if it's going to translate to the NFL. We'll find out.
But at the end of the day, Justin, you're not going to be upset if they take a tight end. You would be like, "Oh, I understand." I mean, because I know right now you're not big on Darnell, but you will understand the reasoning behind it. I'm sure. Like with Darnell,
I understand. I'm big on Darnell. I like Darnell. I like both the two tight ends to the top. I just don't want to trade up for either one. That's it for me. You know, if they're
you don't want to give up future draft capital, is what it is.
Yeah, because they already got limited future draft. Because next year we already don't have a third. We don't have a third or fourth next year. So. And it's
we don't have nothing, man. That's why I'm trying to say you got to be smart and you got to maneuver.
Yeah, and honestly, if Tua flames out, we need to get a quarterback, and we need a lot of draft capital to trade up and stuff like that.
You might need to make some trades on your own roster. In fact, so
this is what I'm saying. Honestly,
I'm thinking doesn't blow up, and we all have a good year, and we're not worrying about. That's the only thing we can do as a hope. We're all in this year. We've said it many times.
Are the reports true that we already traded our third-round pick to the Vikings for what's his name? Dalvin Cook?
Where did you hear that?
No, I'm asking. I'm hearing it. I heard it from Adam Schefter. I heard it from Garofalo, and I heard it from the guy who works at NBC with Chris Sims.
So you hear that they're trying to offer 84 for Dalvin Cook?
Yeah.
Well, I can live with that if you rework the contract. I could live with that.
I'll be honest with you, man. I'm not sure. Oh, man, I don't know if I even like that. Like, Cook gets hurt too, bro. So we're taking more injured players rather than just bringing in our own and developing.
Hey, Greer likes injured players, so blame him.
I just don't like it. And if that's what they're gonna do, fine. I'm a Dolphins fan, so I have no other choice but to go Cook.
The only guy I would get, the running back I would go after, if that other deal falls through, get Derrick
Henry.
Yeah.
Please, dude. Oh my God, please. Yes. So if you did something like that, you'd see me over here being celebrate good time.
Oh Jesus! Don't sing on live stream, man.
No, you're. I know, Zach. But G-Man, you're 100% right. But hopefully that doesn't. Hopefully that's a big if. He doesn't flame out. But yeah, everyone will be gone if that happens.
No, I don't. Honestly, for me,
thank you, Kohler, for joining us today.
What's up, dude?
And hey, Kohler. Martinez. We have two tight end on the roster. Tanner has yet to show any ability to play the tight end position. Watson and Myers or Laporta, great picks at 51. I agree that those. I don't think, like I said, I don't think the Merrick is going to fall to 51. But maybe it's an outside.
The Jaguars are going to choose him. The Jaguars need a tight end. Honestly, the Jaguars need a tight end.
Yeah. No, it would make sense. You're going to want to give Trevor Lawrence
at 51. It's another wasted pick for like 3 to 4 years. So just tell yourself that when you do, like, Laporta or whoever the hell you want at tight end.
Yeah, and let's be honest, this offense doesn't use a tight end a lot.
Nope.
Like
we had 4 tight ends last year and used 2 of them. So what the hell do we need a tight end for? We already have 3.
Well, you've always been lower on the tight end position because of the time it takes to develop.
I think we would choose a slot receiver before we choose a tight end, to be honest. I think we would choose Mingo before we choose Jonathan Mingo before we choose like Laporta.
What do you think about Rakim paid in full Jarrett out of Maryland?
Rakim Jarrett, honestly, he was a disappointment. He was a disappointment in college.
Oh man, his tape was excellent, bro. Great.
No. His production was disappointing because he was a 5-star receiver coming out of high school. Based on his ranking in high school, he was a disappointment.
I don't care about that. I only care about what the tape says. I don't care about rankings. I don't care about scores. I don't care about none of that crap.
I don't know, Kohler. I know. I just think the Dolphins are all in on Tua this year, and I just can't see them doing that. But you never know, though, if they fall that far. I think they're both going to go 4.
I talked about with Color on his platform. I said I wouldn't be shocked if the Dolphins do something like that, like trade up to get Will Levis.
And speaking of Kohler, please make sure you guys check his YouTube channel out and give it a subscribe. Good guy.
Got a great show.
most famous radio voice on the planet almost. You know, he's just like classic great stuff. Brings it every time he's on the air.
He has that ASMR voice, man.
Yeah,
do you know what that is?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but like I said, I wouldn't be, to be honest, I wouldn't be I really don't believe honestly for me, I think McDaniel said all that. Honestly, I don't believe it. I think he just said that to make Tua have his confidence, but I don't. I think he wants his own quarterback, to be honest.
Because Tua's already a polarizing figure. Can you imagine if the Dolphins' first pick tonight is quarterback? The kid's going to be hammered all over. Oh, see, that's what. I don't know if they want to bring that aspect. I know that's not.
I don't care about that ignorant fan base, dude. I do not care about them.
I'm just saying, though, it's a lot of added pressure you bring to a team and stuff when you're trying to be just a lot of attention you may not want. But yeah, you build the best you can. That's for sure.
Real quick.
Yeah.
I just don't get it. I honestly think the Dolphins have failed this young man if that's the case and you're going to go in and bring in another QB. I'm not opposed to it, but I'm just disappointed because I see all the other teams out there, the Bengals, other teams stacking lines in front of their quarterbacks trying to protect their future asset. I see the Dolphins over here trying to bring in Cameron Fleming. We had Brandon Shell last year. Give me some damn offensive linemen, bro, and let's see this dude cook for real. We don't even know what we got until you get in line behind him to watch him.
I know. Unfortunately, they've tried and failed because, I mean,
we'll try again.
I know. I mean, in the very first draft,
and for me, this is why for me.
I mean, they tried for Austin Jackson the minute they took Tua. He was the very
I see what you're saying, Justin and Rob, and this is why for me, an elite quarterback like his fan base thinks he is should cover up for the inefficiencies on the offensive line. Like that's what upsets me. Yeah. They hype him up so much because of what they saw at Alabama, stuff like that, and they're forgetting they had the best recruits on the offensive line most of his time at Alabama and stuff like that. So,
are you talking about Tua?
Yeah, Tua.
Check it out, dude. Hold on. Let me stop you real fast. Have you guys seen the videos come out where Mike McDaniel's talking about, hey, we're sitting on gold here? Did you see the interviews where talking to Alec Ingold, and Alec Ingold was explaining to him, like, I didn't even realize what he was doing until I went back and watched the tape. So, dude, I think people need to go out there and really watch some film, really watch tape, and then come back with your Tua takes to me, okay? And then tell me what you're seeing. Because what they've seen and what they're describing is exactly what I've seen all damn year and exactly what I'm up here fighting for, because you guys need to open your damn eyes.
Yeah, no, and I've seen that early in the season, but when it gets to critical moments at the end of the season, when we're fighting for a playoff spot, he doesn't show up.
Block from the damn guy, bro. Run the ball. Even Mike McDaniel said himself, you know what? Maybe I should have ran the ball more. Duh.
I'm sorry. I'm getting you hot. I'm just
pissed because I can't believe we all want to hopscotch around all the facts of the matter here. The facts of the matter here is we need offensive line, bro. Bottom line.
No, of course we do, but we've been needing offensive line for a whole time. Guys, make sure you like and subscribe. Fins up to all you guys, by the way.
You guys want to do a prediction for the first few picks in the second round?
So what team do you think trades up maybe to Pittsburgh, since there's rumors that
the Rams,
teams are calling Pittsburgh? So what team do you think trades up?
I think the Steelers don't. I don't think the Steelers trade out. I do. I think they stand pat and draft Bergeron or Avila.
I think they trade out. I think they traded to the Rams.
Oh yeah, you think the Rams are going to get Levis or Hooker?
Levis.
Is Levis a perfect fit for that type of offense?
Yep, he's ran it before. Yeah, he actually fits right in that pro style stuff that they run there. That's kind of the same scheme that he's used to.
Is that a West Coast offense that McVay runs?
Yeah, pretty sure.
Yeah, no, and people, I understand the criticism of Will Levis, but I've watched the tape multiple times. People blame him for all those interceptions, forgetting the fact that the offensive coordinator, his offensive coordinator, made dumb calls at the beginning of the game, and Levis had to make up for the stupid mistakes that the coordinator made, and that's why you saw all those interceptions. It's not him making; he's making up for other people's mistakes.
Exactly. You can't blame him for poor offensive line play. You can't blame him for the receivers not being where they needed to be. It's just bad stuff.
It's asinine. It's asinine.
It's asinine. It is. And that's why his stock fell, is because everybody around him wasn't doing their job, and now he's going to go.
You know, my compare. I say this. My comparison for him is a young Ben Roethlisberger. Roethlisberger had the same issues coming out of college.
I could see that. I see a lot of scouts, though, that are worried about him with his game style, because it's like a Josh Allen, like he's not scared to run. And they think it's going to be more like him going to get himself hurt and end up like a Carson Wentz 2.0. So that's what I've been hearing a lot of. So is what, we got a mock going here?
Well, guys, real quick, I just ran a mock draft. We're already up to the Dolphins picks. So I just wanted to show you how, like, well, of course, these simulators aren't that accurate all the time, but they don't have Darnell Washington following us. They don't have Bergeron. Well, Bergeron they probably do, because they rank Bergeron very low. Let's see. Yeah, Bergeron they have falling to us, but that's not updated. He's much more higher up the board.
How do you rank McClendon?
Dude, yes. I love me some more McClendon. That's my fourth rated tackle on the board. I'll take McClendon.
Well, there you go. You got Cody. These are your tackles, Justin. These are your tackles. Cody, Warren,
love Cody
Blake,
Mock. I like Cody
Matthew.
Mock. I think Mock's more of a guard, though. Man, out of all those offensive linemen right there, I like Bergeron the most.
I'm staying away from Freeland because he has that. For me, I stay away from Freeland because he has that issue that I just talked about. He's a dancing bear, but he plays like he looks like Tarzan, but plays like Jane.
Yep, I don't like Freeland either. I'm so glad you said that, dude. Oh, me and you were homies.
Can you look at guard?
I don't like Freeland at all.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, can you look at guard real quick?
No problem, man. With your two personalities on here, it's hard to get my words in. And I'm the host, guys, and I let these guys I let them run away on the train. You know, it's hard these two together.
Sorry, Robert.
It's all good, man. I don't care. I'm having fun. That's why. Let's see. No way.
Is there any good centers available right now?
Probably John. Oh, I don't know. Let me see.
I think Schmitz is gone.
I agree, yeah. Martina. No way Bergeron falls this far. I agree.
No, yeah, Schmitz is gone.
I like Tippmann, actually.
I like Tippmann. I like him.
Draft Tippmann.
You like Tippmann?
I think Whippler. To me, I understand he's a guard, a center in this rankings, but I think he's more of a guard in the NFL. To be honest.
Well, if I let Kohler pick, he's going to pick Hendon Hooker here. So sorry, Kohler, you're not going to get your pick. Let's see.
I like Keon White from.
Yeah, I like Keon White. I like White. He's my my fifth rated 5 tech. I actually
do you see Tillman more as a
Sidney
slot?
Brown a lot, not maybe for the Dolphins, but
I would take Sidney Brown right here. Honestly, is what I was.
Oh, you would? Okay,
yeah.
I'm surprised because I know you like him a lot, but I'm surprised you would. Yeah, all the tight ends. Let's see what the top-rated tight end left is.
I'll be honest with you, dude. When I watched that Sidney Brown's tape, I eerily started to remind me of Troy Polamalu. So yeah, I don't
think the Dolphins are happy tonight if the board fails like it did today here on our simulator. None of the top tight ends that people are talking about, because I know some people don't like Musgrave for the Dolphins.
I don't.
Tucker Kraft is pretty good, but that's a high pick to get him at 51. But you may have to. And who do you like more, Laporta or Kraft between those two?
Laporta all the way.
Okay.
For me, honestly, I would go either pass rusher or safety, to be honest.
I would take Sidney Brown right here.
Would you say Tillman's more of a boundary receiver, or is he a slot?
He's more of a boundary receiver. To me, the way the board is right now, it's Tuipulotu or Sidney Brown for my money.
Or Ika, Sako Ika.
Or if Ika's out there, I would be into that too.
Honestly, we need a nose tackle.
Yep. And you know it that what's his name wants it in his defense for sure, Fangio.
Yeah, and when you look
guys, make a pick.
Ika.
I'm down with Ika. Yep.
Wow.
Ika works. That works for me.
That's a surprising one. We did that the other day too, but I think you would make half of Dolphin fans upset. Let's see.
The Dolphins organization don't care how bad they are.
Oh, no organization cares. No, I mean, that's the bottom line. No one. I'm just saying to fans because we're all fans. So I'm just saying. But of course,
go to corner.
They've made moves that upset you before, Justin, but they don't care. They've made moves that upset me, but they don't care.
No, they don't care.
I'm saying choose Warren McClendon here.
What's left on the board?
Let's see what Warren McClendon.
I would take Matthew Bergeron before I take McClendon.
All right. Well, I'll let you pick Matthew Bergeron. So let's just see who's at tight end, real quick. Laporta's still there. So you would still take the tackle?
Yeah, I would.
And honestly, go to defense because, like I said, I think honestly the Dolphins are going to give the draft to Fangio.
Yeah, I know that.
Christopher Smith II.
Jimmy Robinson, Jalen Jones,
Pace Jr., Jartavius. That kid's going to be good, man.
The guy I like that nobody's really talking about is Chris Trice.
I like Trice. He's got long, lanky arms, tall, can run, can pass.
I like Brandon Joseph from Notre Dame too.
I love Brandon Joseph from Notre Dame. He's going to be a great player.
I'm between Bergeron or McClendon.
I'd take Bergeron.
All right. Well, I'm letting.
Bergeron.
Justin wins out today because you got the first guy there. See, Bergeron it is. We got to wrap up the show here, guys, in a minute. Justin, are you seeing people comment? Because I'm on the back. If anyone's commenting them, acknowledge them, tell them they're great.
No, there's no comments so far. Only Martino was the last comment. But it's all good.
Right, like, because I'm in the back and I can't see comments right now because I'm on the other website. Okay, so we're at 197, guys. Let's go to all.
Just real quick, for everybody that's listening, I'm okay with Bergeron, McClendon, or DeJuan Jones at that pick as well. So any of those three, I'm okay with.
I'm laughing because you know what I want to do is get Noah Ruggles to compete with
to compete with Jason Sanders.
Yeah, because honestly, I think Jason, because of the contract extension we gave him, seems to be just phoning it in for some reason.
Right. Is this the top of the board? I like that Clayton Tune right there out of Houston, the quarterback.
Go
to pass rusher, go to defensive end.
All right. I'm just trying to get caught up because Kohler, when you said San Francisco, was that your pick on like moving up? Because like I said, I'm behind on some of your guys' comments because I'm on the other website running the mock draft. Anyway, go up. You said
pass rusher.
Diaby.
Diaby.
Yeah, Diaby. Thank you. I'm horrible. Thank you.
Anthony.
I was going to say Matthew because we just took a Matthew. I knew it wasn't Matthew. Oh man.
Honestly, I'm between Peoples or Diaby. Who do you like better?
I don't like either, but it doesn't matter. What's below? What's left on the bottom left of that? Below, Hazelwood. Keep going.
Any particular position you guys want?
Honestly, a slot receiver because I think we're trading. I think we're going to trade Cedric Wilson, to be honest.
See, the reason why I wouldn't bring in the slots because we already have Easy E. That's supposed to be his spot. I would just develop the guy
I like Anthony Johnson from Iowa State.
I like him. He's good.
All right, guys, make a pick because I'm at my time here.
Pick Ruggles.
Ruggles.
Yeah, pick Ruggles. Seriously.
Well, I don't know about that because Sanders has a pretty good contract, almost guaranteed. But we'll see. Maybe we can move him.
Matt
All right,
Turk.
now,
Matt Turk.
really, you're gonna go? All right, let's do it. I do it. So you took
Do
care
it.
of your special teams.
Now you got your special teams taken care of.
Yeah, because I don't trust this guy that we brought in to stay healthy, Jake Bailey.
Yeah.
The first 2 picks are great, man.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Kohler, again. Like I said, as you probably know, it's tough sometimes trying to see what's comments and then running a thing behind the scenes. So, yep.
I've seen a comment on there, too, from Martina that was talking about the safety would be in play as well. I agree. I think it will be in play.
Are you going to be on another platform doing the live reaction to the draft, Rob? Are you going to be
Yeah, I might be
doing
on
a
the
crossover?
Fins Talk Sports Network tonight. I'm going to see if Justin, I don't know what we're going to do. I think, there's so many people doing it. I don't really see the need.
A point.
So I'm going to give Justin a night off.
So many people doing it.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks for letting me on, guys. I'll see you.
If you join me, I'll be on the Fins Talk Sports Network tonight with Bobby. So.
Okay, bye.
And
bye, guys.
All right,
later, bro.
All right, guys. Thank you, and Kohler, thank you. I got to get on your show one day, and you're always welcome on my show, Kohler. You put out great stuff. But anyway, Justin, we're more or less a wrap. It should be a fun night for the Dolphins. Like you said, the one thing about the draft is we just never know what's going to happen, which is which makes it fun because all these predictions, everyone had Levis going in the first round, and lo and behold, in the top 10, and lo and behold, he didn't even go in the first round. So it just shows that none of us know what's going to happen. It makes it fun, and like you say, teams don't care what they. Hey, thanks, Kohler, man. Make sure you join us again, and I will join your shows in the morning. My morning is a little busy because I get things moving in the morning, but he has a good show. And
he's got a great show. He's got an awesome show with a great following.
Yeah, no, he does. He's awesome. So, G-Man, Kohler, Anthony, of course, and all you guys. Ender was in here. Martina, all you guys, thank you so much. If I'm forgetting you, that's just on me because my lunchtime here in South Florida. I'm a little ahead. I like an early lunch. So you guys rock. Justin, give me 4 names that you'd be happy with. 4 names, regardless of position, that you would be fine with if the Miami Dolphins picked them tonight.
At pick 51?
Yeah.
Obviously,
I hate to put you on the spot, but
we all know I love Matt Bergeron.
So Matthew Bergeron.
I wouldn't be upset with that at all. Warren McClendon, that's another one. Steve Avila and Michael Mayer.
Give me a Darnell Washington.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, man. You gave me a little candy at the end.
Yeah. If they drafted Darnell Washington at 51, you're not going to hear me complain not one single bit. That's fine. I'm okay with that. But just to understand that you still need to fix the offensive line. You can't just put a stick of gum and a Band-Aid on it and be like, okay, it's fixed now. That's not going to work for me. If Austin Jackson is your biggest weak link, then Austin Jackson needs to go ahead and sit down, and you need to bring in someone who can block. It's not rocket science. It's football.
No, I know. All right. Well, he chimes in too. Also, Kohler, a tight end. We should go tight end at this point. Justin likes tight ends. He just thinks it takes too long to cook, as a term. He takes as a position that he doesn't think he'll be. But don't you think Washington would be able to block from day one?
Yeah, but like Anthony was talking about, his other things that you need to do from the tight end position, you'll have to develop them. And it's going to take 2 to 3 years, bro. I don't care what tight end you bring in. It's going to take 2 to 3 years to play in the NFL game speed, game level. That's what it's going to take. I don't care if you're Michael Mayer. I don't care if you're Darnell Washington. I don't care if you're Tony Gonzalez. It's going to take that amount of time for you to figure out the game speed. It's just that's how the NFL works.
No, I know. I hear you, sir. But anyway, with that said, but there's a couple I would be happy with Bergeron, John Michael Smith, Darnell Washington. Obviously, that's my number 1 guy. And then if Tucker Kraft falls to 84, I'd be fine with that if we went offensive line in the top. So, we will see. It's all fun. We will find out soon enough tonight, and we won't have to do any more mocks.
So is Darnell Washington your guy? That's your guy?
Yeah, he might. I think I watched him some, because who doesn't watch Georgia? They're always on TV being the, national championship caliber team the past couple of seasons. So I see a lot of him, and he just looked like sometimes a man among boys out there,
Oh yeah,
so,
he's definitely a man among boys there. Yeah, I'm all for Washington. I like him.
So that's my number one guy, but I'm not going to be upset with any of the names that you named as well. None of them I'd be fine with,
right.
Because one thing I've learned about watching the draft over the years, like I said, I've been watching it for a long time before it was popular. I tell you guys this all the time. It used to be held on a Tuesday morning on ESPN. And I was watching it back then. They would have helmet phone commercials back in the day. And I watched it back then because I always loved the NFL. I always loved the NFL draft, and it's been my thing. So, but if one thing I've learned is you never know what's going to happen.
Nope, you never know what's going to happen. Let me say this real quick before you close out. If the Washington ends up being the pick, I'm totally all right with that. But you know what would make me feel better is having Cameron Fleming and Dalton Reisner signed right after the draft as well. So if you're going to try to put a Band-Aid and a piece of gum on a, bring in some offensive linemen to shore it up as well.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, please, I'm the promoter on YouTube. Like and subscribe. Give me that thumbs up. You guys rock. You're the best. Thank you guys for making this show what it is. As always, fins up. Go Dolphins.
Go Dolphins.